Good morning, good evening and good afternoon, YouTube. There was around 700 houses available for rent in Ireland last month according to Daft.ie. In Ireland, which has over 5 million people, and that's a van behind me, so better be careful. Anyways, just compared to the last year, the accommodation prices jumped 12.6% if I'm not mistaken, and that's just compared to the last year. The prices are just crazy, especially in Dublin. Like, it's not I can't even say 1,000, it's a few thousand euros for a normal decent 2-bedroom apartment, which is not really, what's the English word, it's not reachable to a lot of people, even if you could get something. Now, why is that happening? I don't know. I had a video already about the housing crisis in Ireland, so I'll link that below, but I don't get economy, I never did, so let's see what the internet says about it. Most experts agree that the housing problems in Ireland started at the start of 2007. The economy was going so well at the time that the state essentially stopped building social housing. On top of that, they turned to the concept of buying a home into an investment venture, somewhere where people could place their savings and make money from it. What the government hadn't planned for was the real estate market crash which started Ireland's housing crisis. My personal experience wasn't that bad. It's 5 years now since I moved to Ireland, and even then, so 5 years ago, people were telling me that the finding accommodation part of the whole journey will be my biggest problem. And it wasn't, honestly. I did stay in a hostel first 2 weeks. Okay, wait, I'm gonna continue this after I pass the musicians here. For the first few weeks I stayed in a hostel, and after that, by a chance of, or stroke of luck, is that how you say it in English? I was sitting at a bar drinking my Guinness, and there was a man there who just by accident had a room available for rent, and that's how I got my first accommodation. I stayed there not too long, actually, just 2 months, because I changed my job, and this was on a completely different part of the town, so I found a new one, but that was through how do you say that actually? Through a co-worker who knew about the room being rented in. Very close to the hospital, actually, very. So yeah, that's my experience. After that, I met the ginger lady, and by a stroke of bigger luck, we ended up in a house where we're staying now. Now, that house is completely undervalued. Like, I don't even know how to describe that. Yeah, we are currently paying 1,100 euros monthly for a huge house. It's a huge house with two levels, ground level and the first level, which we are what's the English word, sharing with another couple, but you already know most of that. Now, I do understand that people are having huge troubles finding accommodation, especially in Dublin. Some of you subscribers, or not subscribers, viewers, actually reached out, and I know it's hard. What can you do about it? Well, I don't have anything really spectacular to tell you. Like web searches, of course, Daft.ie and Rent.ie, but you need to keep in mind that most of those ads there are going through agencies. To get a house or something, anything from an agency, you will need some documents. You will need references. Nobody will give you a house without a reference today. And most of them, I believe, will ask you for a proof of work and your proof of your monthly or weekly, I don't know, income, basically. Now, when I say income, there's also new developments, and to get that, the rent can't be higher than 40% of your net income, which means after taxes. You don't even have to bother to apply for that if it's over. You're not gonna get it. Now, what I would recommend is not sticking to those websites, because from stories I heard, it's actually easier to get accommodation over something like a WhatsApp group. Every town, I'm gonna talk about Galway now because this is where I am. There's loads of Facebook groups which specifically have, what was I saying? Yeah, Facebook groups. So every time, such as Galway or any other town, has loads of groups that deal with accommodation in town. When something gets posted or freed, there are lots of answers there, or comments there, and applications. You need to be quick. There was a video circulating over internet a few months ago of over 100 people waiting in line for a viewing in Dublin. That's how crazy it is. But yeah, maybe try doing it like that and try sticking your little, is it post-its? You know, every big company has like a board where you can stick things in. I don't know, I know a lot of people in the hospital where I worked, when I worked there, they actually found accommodation like that. They were posting their shits on the boards in the hospital and people would call them. So I don't know, you have nothing to lose. Let's say you found a place, now what? It's probably shit. That's another problem. Huge amount of the rented rooms, apartments, houses are moldy, smelly, and generally in a terrible condition. I still have a cousin here in Galway. He was living in a flat which was leaking. Every time it rained in Ireland, it rained into their living room. So I don't even know how that is. I mean, it is regulated. It's just that a lot of landlords will not give you a contract, and it's not. They're not doing it legally, and that's just how things currently are. I don't know what else to tell you, except for good luck and fingers crossed. That was my 2 cents about renting in Ireland. So if you liked it, press the like button. If you didn't, press the dislike one. If you loved it, press the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one.
Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy, my heart.